Hey everybody, as you can tell from the countdown clock right here, we're about to get started. If you've been here before, then you can just come back when the countdown clock hits 0. But if this is your very first lesson, then I got a couple things I want to talk to you about. Alright, so if you weren't here last week, don't worry, you didn't need to be. We're doing a brand new song this week. And if you haven't played piano before, don't worry, we're doing 5 different levels. You can definitely do level 1. You are going to need to click on the PDF button right over there though, download the PDF and print it out because that's all the music for all the different levels. Now, as you'll see in your PDF, the upper right hand corner, it tells you what level that page is for. So on level 1, you're going to want to have that level 1 page, and then 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, you can just ignore those. Just stay on level 1 for the entire lesson. You will want to find the chart though that has all of the notes listed out with all the letters on it, because that's what you're going to use in order to play your piano along with me when I'm playing. So if we're playing Mary Had a Little Lamb, the track would go something like this. And as I'm playing it, I'll show you where all the notes are and where all the letters are. Don't worry about that. But then you're going to play along with me when I'm playing the track. Now, after we've done level 1, I'll show you everything you need so you can practice the song throughout the week. Then we're going to level up, and that looks like this. Now you can see we're on level 2, right? So at level 2, then it's going to get a little bit more difficult, but each time the track plays, I want you to just play the track that you're on. So if you're on track 1, if you're on level 1, then each time, we're doing our thing, we're going. Each time we start that, I want you to completely ignore the notes that we're playing, and you just play the level. So you play. Because that's going to work with, the track's going to work with your level every time we play it, no matter what level we're on. So we move on to level 2, 3, 4, 5. You just find the one that you're comfortable with. All right, so all of these lessons are completely interactive. That means we want to hear from you right now. So go ahead and click on the chat button right over there. Put in your name. You don't have to put in a password. And then you'll be talking with all the other students who are logged in right now, as well as some of my assistants who can help you and answer some of your questions. If you've got a question though that you don't think they're going to know the answer to, and you want to ask me personally, then type your question in the box below this video, and then you'll get your answer to your question directly from me. Now at the end of the class, we're going to raffle off some prizes. These prizes change up every single week. If you're the winner of the prize, you need to let us know right away what prize it is that you want so we can send that out to you. You can tell my moderator, you can let us know it, mailbag@learnpianolive.com, email us there. You can fill out the contact form and let us know, but just tell us what prize you want so we can get that out to you. If you're not the prize winner, or if you want to know how you can earn more points so you can be the prize winner, then just stay tuned after the lesson and I'll let you know. All right, you've been very patient. That's all I got to say. It's time for the lesson. I hope you got your PDF. You're ready to ask some questions. I'm ready to answer them. Let's go.
What in the world? We're not even here. Wow, that's crazy. Well, Kendra's here. That's amazing.
Hey, everybody.
Okay, well, I think they can all hear me, but they can't see us at all? Really? This is a lot of fun.
Well,
my name is Jamin the Invisible, and I'm going to be teaching you a song.
At least I'm here with my cool glasses,
This is super weird. Okay,
yeah.
Let's do this. Let's try... let's try closing this whole thing down, and then everybody refresh in 5 minutes, and we'll start our lesson officially. This is crazy. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. got to learn how to do that on purpose. That was awesome. Man, okay, so anyway, I'm Jamin. This is what my face looks like. I'm sorry to disappoint you. This, though, is Ephraim the Effervescent, and he's going to be learning the song right along with you for the first time. I must warn you, he's pretty good at piano, so he's probably going to learn the song faster than most people would. But we also have Kendra in the chat room, and yes, I believe your hat, this is supposed to be a dragon, because the song that we're doing is Imagine Dragons, but it's really a dinosaur.
It's a dragon!
Okay, dragon,
Just
anyway.
kidding.
So anyway, Kendra, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
I have a fact.
Really?
I
What
do.
a shock.
I know.
Okay, go ahead.
The Imagine Dragons performed on the first Muppets, or like the new Muppets show in 2015.
I don't even know what that means. The Muppets have a new show?
Well, I think like a new one aired, I guess. I don't know. I don't watch the Muppets anymore. I used to. But on the first
You should go back and watch it. They are hilarious. The older you get, the funnier they are. I promise.
I do love the Muppets, though.
Okay, the Muppets are awesome.
Kermit is...
Yes, okay. Imagine Dragons, though. That's what we're supposed to be saying is awesome right now. You know what else is awesome? Is Clopple. Except that he always interrupts me, and he's, kind of a pain that way. But anyway, well, those are real dragons. That's a dinosaur. Those are dragons. Anyway, so he's going to be interrupting when I'm talking for too long. Ephraim, the Effervescent, see you later. Go practice. You all at home, hopefully you have your PDF open by now, since we gave you like an extra 5 minutes. And let's try this thing. The first note that you're going to need is going to be an A. So in order to find an A, you're going to find any group of 3 black notes and just pick the middle note and drag it a little bit to the right. We call that up because these notes are up. These ones are down. So you're going to drag that just a little bit up and you'll land on an A. Now, this note is going to come into play here in just a second. This one's called a G sharp. So we'll need that one. But the very first note that you need is that A right there. And it's going to be 2 of those, but there's a big gap between them. So you're going to kind of have to know how the song goes. Hopefully you've heard this song before. It's going to go pain. You made me a believer. Believer, and that's going to come back 3 times. You're going to play that exact same thing 3 times. So that one right there, we got that A, and then another A, and I'm just reading from the top line here. If that's an A, then that would be a B, and that would be a C. So each of these notes just goes with 1 note per word. So pain, you made me that's that B. You made me a B, and then lever, believe, and here's that G sharp that I was talking about right there. That's the one that you're going to need. And then you're just going to play that exact same thing again. If you went back and played all of that note for note, that whole chunk is the same thing as this whole chunk. Pain, you break me down, you build me up, believer, believer. Different words, but the same exact note. So once you have that one little chunk down, you have almost the entire song. Let's try that much with the track. The track sounds like this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, pain. You made me a believer. Oops, believer. Let's try it again. Fortunately, I got a second try here. Pain. You break me down, you build me up, believer. Believer. So that much would go like that. And then the next page is going to be all of these right here. So we were playing these notes right here. If we go down from A note, you land on a G. Because in piano, we just have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it starts back over again. So after G would be A, which means right before A is G. That's weird. And then right before G is F, because it goes alphabetically, and F is before G. If you go down one more note, you'll land on an E, and that is the next note that you need for this pain right here. So that's pain. So after you go believer, believer, you're going to jump down here and go pain. Then it's just a bunch of C's and D's back and forth. Only need one D first and then start on the D. So you're going to play I, which is a D, and then let the bullets fly, oh, let them, just back and forth. And then rain starts that whole thing over again. So that chunk basically goes again. Rain, my luck, my love, my God, they came from, and then the first part is going to go again. Pain, you break me down, you build me up, believer, end of song. So there's kind of two chunks to it. The first chunk is going to happen 3 times. So it's going to go once, and then you're just going to go again. And then you're going to do the other section that's different, the part down here, that part. And then the last chunk, the 4th chunk, is going to be that pain. So I'd say just work on that first chunk. If you can get that first little bit, that's the majority of the song. It's the first section, the second section, and the 4th section. And then all you have to do is work on that other one maybe later this week or something. So let's try this again. 1. Oh, really? Okay, fine. We'll do that. Here we go. Here's our last time through. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Ready, and here's that A. Pain. You made me a believer. And then again, pain. You break me down, you build me up, believer. And here's that low part down here. Pain. A D first, and then back and forth, and then one more time, and then all the way back up to the top. You break me down, build me up, believer. And then if you wanted to, you could end on the first note, the same note as what you started the thing on. Because you got a bunch of, the band is going to keep playing there at the end, so you might want to end on an A there. There's not really a word for it, but it sounds less weird than ending on that note, which is the last note that's listed there for you. Okay, so that means it's time already for our video of the day, which I don't know how this has to do with our song at all, but it's super duper cool. This guy took this pool and filled it up with those like little water ball things, those Orbeez, and check this out. All right, let's level up.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
Okay, so this is level 2, where we are going to play all the same exact notes, but now we're going to put it on the official lines and spaces of the treble clef. The treble clef is the name of this thing right here, where you've got a bunch of lines and spaces. We can put the dots on the lines or on the spaces, but I'm not going to get too much into detail, because if you have questions about that, you can always go to learnpianolive.com/level2, and I will explain all of the details of how to read this stuff. But for those of you who are in Clopple Academy level like 2 and higher, then you already doing some of this stuff. So to get that first note that right here, that's on the second space up, and the second space up on the treble clef is always an A. So then we're going to have 2 nothings right there. We just have 1, 2, pain, right? And that is the part that should be, there we go. So you made me a believer, and you can see that we've got a little bit of a space between that C and that C. So that's what that thing is right there. That's just a dotted quarter rest, which you're not really going to see until like Clopple Academy level like 3 or higher. And then we've got a couple more breaks right there. And I think that's all. Yes, that should be all. So let's try this thing again. It's all the same exact notes. If you're on level 1, you can just play your version. Should fit in just fine. Here we go. And a 1, 2, 3, 4. You made me a believer. couple things here real quick before Kloppel jumps in and tells me that I'm out of time. This note right here is probably one of the most important notes you need to memorize. That is a middle C. It's got the line going right through the middle of it right there, which is not the reason that it's called middle C. But anyway, that one right there is going to be a middle C. You need to have that one memorized. And also, the other thing is these guys right here. So we've got 2 rests there at the beginning. That's because if you're playing down here, that right there is kind of hard to do. My God, they came from pain. So in the actual song, the Imagine Dragons takes a little break right there. Instead of jumping right into pain, they say they came from break pain. So I put the break in there. If you want to, you can just jump straight into the A, or you can break there, or same thing over here. So over here, you could start right on this one, pain, and then have a longer break in here. Or if you wanted to, you could break on all of them. So put those breaks in wherever you need them. It doesn't really matter because Imagine Dragons does it both ways when they play it. Okay, I think that's it. And the sharp sign, of course, the sharp sign. So this is a G because that's on the second line up, and the second line in the treble clef is always a G. And then this little hashtag thing means play a little bit higher than a G. So that would be a G normally, but that little hashtag, the sharp sign, means you're going to play that one right there. It's just to the right, just barely to the right of the G. And so that one is a G sharp. And let's play this thing. Oh, also, here, don't forget, you got the recommended hand positions there. Wow. Okay, fine. I had a feeling. So, yeah, if you can, try using 2 hands on this thing so that you can have all the notes covered and you don't have to poke around with one finger. Usually that's where you're like trying to aim for a note and you mess up and hit the wrong note or something. You end up hitting the wrong stuff. So if you can play it like that, then that's really great, especially if you're in Kloppel Academy at like level 2 or higher, then you're dealing with a lot of fingerings and stuff like that. Okay, fine, Kloppel, I'll go. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, ready, and break. Pain, you made me believer. This time I'll play it right at the beginning. Pain, now we got a bigger break. You break me down, you build me up, believer. Pain, that's that E, and then we got 2 Ds. If you want. There we go. And you know what that means? It is time for Mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the Mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
This week is from Kay McKenzie, who says, Dear Jamin, how old is your youngest kid? So my youngest kid is -1 month old, which is why in about 4 weeks or so, we're probably going to have to cancel the lesson, and we'll do one of our pre-recorded lessons. So we'll still have a lesson, but it won't be live. But I'll email you and let you know, hopefully, if there's time to press the send button before we rush off to the hospital. So yeah, but the youngest one next to that is just turned 1. So 1 and then -1 month old. All right, let's level up.
Transitioning to level 3. This may be confusing to level 1 and 2 students. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level3 to understand how this level works.
All right, so then, this is going to be level 3. This is where we add in a little bit of left hand, not too terribly much. In fact, this song only has 3 left hand notes. It's going to be an A, and then it's going to be an F, and it's going to be an E. And that's all you have to worry about for the whole entire thing. A hangs on for a long time. And then when you get to the word leave, right there, that is where your the F comes in. And then over here, we've got the next leave is going to have an E. So let's try that with just the left hand. Unless you're on level 1 or 2, then play your version. And don't worry about any of this stuff. Here we go. And a 1, 2, Here we go. There's the F and the E. And then another A right there. And then here's the F and the E. And then back to the A. There's the F and the E, and then back to A. F, and then E, and then if you want to, you can end on an A, just like we're doing over there. There we go. Now this time I'm going to try both hands together before we check in with Ephraim and see how many of these notes he knows. So both hands together. On your mark. Get set. And a 2. And a 1, 2. Here we go. Hey. Okay, so that's all of the notes. Not too terrible of a left hand this week. If you've been on level 2 for a while and thinking about moving up to level 3, this might be the right week for it since we only have those 3 notes. But let's check and see how many notes Ephraim has got for this thing. Whoa, okay, yeah, those glasses are trippy every single time. Look at them. Yeah, no, they can't. There you go. Yeah, that's weirdness. Okay, so what level?
5.
What?
Numbers are easier.
We're only on level 3.
Numbers
You can't
are
do level
easier
5.
than
I warned you. I warned you about this guy. Yeah, they can't. All right, here we go.
Numbers are a lot easier.
Okay. Well, you know what? There are a lot of people who feel that way, actually. So some of you are actually jumping ahead to level 5 as well, especially just for the right hand part. But anyway, we'll explain level 5 when we get there. On your mark.
Should I play down?
You can play wherever you want, man. Wherever you want. Hit your button and go. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2. Good luck, senor. And then again on the 6. 6. Pain, you break me down, you build me up, believer. And then, hey, yes. I let them fly, let them rain. Yes. My love, my God, they came from pain. You break me down, build me up, believer. And then another 6. Nice job. All right, cool. Have you heard this song before?
No, never.
You've never heard the song before?
No.
Oh, so that's
Right.
that's why you had all of the right notes and the rhythms were tricky. Yeah, level 5 is really tricky because you can't tell where any of the notes are.
Yeah.
So when I guess I'll say the words for you on the next time. Remind me in case I forget. Okay, cool. But you know what time it's time for?
Level up.
Oh,
Transitioning to level 4. This may be unsettling to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level4 for an in-depth explanation on how to conquer this level.
I think the goal tempo here is 125, but I'm guessing that the tempo right now on the like the lowest level at the 0 mark on your track is like 75. So I'm guessing that there's like, if you go to the slowest track, which is the first one that shows up on your track, then that's 75 beats per minute, and then at the 2-minute mark it's 100 beats per minute, and then at the 4-minute mark, that's where it's like full speed, 125 beats per minute. So, and that is up here. That's what that is referring to. Let's take a look at level 4, though. So level 4 is going to be all the same notes on the right hand. I haven't changed any of that. I have given you the chords, and some of you know what that means. And then on the left hand, all I've really done is just repeat all the notes that you were already playing in level 3, but going an octave higher. So, pain, you made me So it's not really adding a whole lot. Now, a lot of you are going to say, but I can't reach an octave. You don't have to. You can just play that one, and that one, and that one. And I'm playing all that with just one finger. So even if you only have one finger, then you could still do that part. I wouldn't recommend that, though. Do use your pinky on the bottom and your thumb on the top, because even if you can't reach that distance, just like reaching out as far as you can will help make that a little bit faster. So do use your pinky and your thumb. Don't just use one finger down there. But you don't have to be able to reach both of them at the same time. Cool. So I'm going to do that first, and then we'll talk about the chords, hopefully, if Clapple hasn't jumped in. 1, 2, ready, and pay. Just like with the others, you could end on an A. There, maybe a couple A's. Cool. So then the chords, during all of this section here, you're allowed to play an A minor all the way up until it says F, and then it'll be time for the F chord, and all of those chords are listed on the next page for you. So that is an A. So to get an A minor, you want to take that down right there and play A's, C's, and E's. A's, C's, and E's is an A minor, because every minor chord is just a major chord. You've taken the middle note and you've lowered it by a half step. So that's going to be your A minor. So any A's and C's and E's work during that section. So if you wanted to, on Pain, you could put any A's or C's or E's or E's or C's or A's or A's or C's or E's. Any of these notes work down here. So this time I'm going to play the same thing, only I'm going to try to add in a bunch of notes from each of the chords. During the F chord section, which is that whole chunk right in there, you can play anything from the F chord. So F, A, and C. All those notes. Good luck to us all. If you're on level 1 through 3, ignore this stuff and just do your really good. Okay, this will be all last time. Okay. notes right out of those chords. Of course, we add in a billion trillion of them. You could add in like 1 or 2 notes. You don't have to add in all of those, but those would give you hopefully some options there. And that means it's time for our feature of the day. Today is our Points Palooza. So this is just where I'm going to tell you all the different ways you can pick up extra points so you can win the raffle and win the prizes. So 10 to 50 points. Today we're giving out 50 points to everyone who's participating in the chat room on the website, and 50 points for every video that you submit. 150 points every time you do the daily challenge up at the top of the page when you click on that. And then there's another 3,000 points every time you level up in Clopple Academy. And today only, if you fill out the survey at the end of the lesson, we'll give you 300 points if you include the secret word, pumpkin. I know, it's really random. So just include the word pumpkin when you fill out the survey, and we'll give you an extra 300 points, and also another 300 points if you tell us who your favorite character is in Guardians of the Galaxy. We're doing the song from Guardians of the Galaxy in 2 weeks. Next week, of course, is Mother's Day, so that's going to be a pre-recorded lesson. There won't be a live lesson, but in 2 weeks, we're doing the Guardians of the Galaxy. So tell us what your favorite character is from Guardians of the Galaxy. If you don't have one, then that's fine. And then if you put in the word pumpkin, that's another 300 points. So 600 points, just like that. And that is our Points Palooza, our feature of the day. So it's time to level up to level 5.
Transitioning to level 5. This may be terrifying to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level or visit learnpianolive.com/level 5 for training on how to survive this level.
Okay, so here we are on level 5. We're going to play all numbers now. So this is the part that Ephraim said was easier. Now, we didn't talk about level 4B. In level 4B, we play all of the same exact notes as we did before, except in level 4B, it's in like the original key of the song. So this, if you play all these notes, but you play that with like the original Imagine Dragons thing, it sounds really terrible. That's because they're not in this key. They're using a different set of notes. They're using. So if you play those notes, those are listed for you in level 4B, and that would sound like. And those notes are the notes from the key of D flat. So real quick here, let me first show you the key of C. So the key of C is the one that we've been playing in, where C is the most important note, and we just number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before we start back over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. But in the key of D flat, this is not a 1. This is actually a 7. And so, oh, yes? Did we have a question? Yes.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So I have heard from our in-studio student that
Yes.
the website is not working. So
Oh.
I wanted to make sure in the chat room that the website is
Yes.
working for everyone.
Let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you for that. All right. So then we will go ahead and continue on as if it is working. This is a number 1 in the key of C, but in the key of D flat, this is a 7, and that would look something like this. The key of D flat would look something like this, where this is the most important note, and they're about to switch that in the cameras for you so you can see the key of D flat, right? The cameras are about to get switched to the key of D flat, where this is number 1, and this one was the number 7. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. If we play all the same numbers, but with those, with that, then we would go 6, 1, 1, 7, sharp 5. So it sounded like that, so that would work with the original. But we're going to go back to the key of C, where that is a 1. Yep, and we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we can play with everybody else. The right hand, of course, is going to play the yellow part on the top, so that's going to be 6, 6, 1, 1, 7, 6, 1, 1, 7, 6, 1, 4. And then the left hand is just going to play the chord that is built on the number that's listed. So during this, that's the 6 chord. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And play every other note starting on the 6. Of course, as always, you can go to learnpianolive.com/level5, and I'll explain how to do that in more detail. But let's try all of that. This is a major 3 over here, so watch out for that one. That's where you're going to go to the 3 chord, but you're going to take that middle note up just a little bit, just like that. And so you got the major 3 right there, so just watch out for that, and let's try this thing. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 6. 6, 1, 1, 7, 6, 1, 1, 7, 6, 6, 1, 1, 7, sharp 5. 6 chord. 6, 6, 1, 1, 7, 6, 1, 1, 7, 6, 6, 1, 1, 7, sharp 5. And then the 6th chord. 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. And that's where your major 3 is coming in the left hand. 6, 6, 1, 1, 7, 6, 1, 1, 7, 6, 6, 1, 1, 7, sharp 5. And then we're on a 6th chord there at the end, playing a 6 maybe here. Alrighty, so then let's check in with Ephraim and see how things are going, even though he says his website is not working. Kendra, what do we know about in the chat room? Have we gotten any feedback from any of them?
Not yet.
Not
so
yet.
I'm assuming everything's fine then.
Okay.
But if anyone has
Cool.
any problems, they should.
Yes, let us know.
Let us know.
If it is working correctly, then let us know that too.
Yes.
That would be great.
That would, yeah.
Okay, cool. So then, you are working on level 5 still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I'll say the words as we go. And on your mark, get set. A 2, and a 1, 2, ready, go, pain. A believer, pain, nice. You break me down, you build me up, believer, nice, and then down to the 3. Beautiful. I let bullets fly, let them rain. That sounded awesome, actually. My luck, my love, my God, they came from pain. Beautiful. You break me down, build me up, believer, and then ended on a 6. Oh my! The 6th chord. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, cool. Well, that means that it's time for us to find out who won the raffle. Let's find out. Thank you for joining us again. Next week we will not be live. It's Mother's Day, so go hang out with your mothers and or the mother-like figures in your life. And then we'll see you in 2 weeks. We're gonna do the Guardians of the Galaxy song. I can't wait. See you then. Love ya. Bye.
Hey, you're still here. Me too. Well, here's what needs to happen next. First of all, click on the survey button. That is probably like right over here. Maybe if you're on the iPad, it's like down here below the video. Anyway, it's right around there. Click on that. Let us know how we did today, and also ask us any questions you might have about this lesson or about any other lesson. You might even be the mailbag winner if you include your name in that. And then after that, you're going to go to the music challenge, which is a button probably right up here, up above the video. And so click on the music challenge. You can come back every single day and fill out the code thing and get your points for doing that. So you got your music challenge thing to do after you do the survey. And then after you've practiced the song up, then go to the one up here that says, right over here probably, student videos, and then take a video of yourself on your phone or your iPad or whatever, and then send us your video, and maybe it could even be the featured video and you get points for doing that. And then if you have any questions, click the contact button that's also up there somewhere. Anyway, I don't know. But click on that, let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you back here next week. All right, thanks for joining us. It was a lot of fun. See ya.